Yeah, he's big. He's a menace. Yeah, it's kind of Thor's life right there.
K9 Luke.
Oh yeah, no, I wish. Listen, K9 trainer one day maybe. How's everyone doing today?
Fantastic.
Luke, how different is it when you see Zach Harrison on the inside lined up against you compared to traditional defensive tackles?
I've been saying that for I guess a year now that he should be playing inside. So I'm really excited for him to be in there. It's just a disadvantage all around. I mean, like, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I mean, he puts his arms on me, and I'm sitting there trying to wave at him like, come on, get a little closer. But so yeah, no, it's definitely a disadvantage. But I'm excited to see what he's able to do against other guys. Not really been fun in practice, but it should be fun for him on Saturdays.
I know it's not a lot of good on good in the season, but when you do go good on good, and you see Zach on the inside, and you go against a traditional defensive tackle, how much easier does that make your job, and how much do you have to change it up a little bit just to block yourself?
Not really. I think I take the same approach. I don't really cater to certain people different ways. It's kind of my approach to the game. If I play my game right, if I use my technique, everything will handle itself. So for me, it's just he's in there. I know that it's going to be maybe got to use my feet a little more, just maybe cater to little things. But I mean, for me, I try to take the same approach to every guy, and not try to. That's when you start overthinking and you get paralysis by analysis.
Luke, with the way you guys are running the ball right now, it just seems like, especially in those zone schemes, you guys are really clean with the combos and getting up to the second level. Like, does it feel as clean as it's been since you've been here, and what would you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think we've been doing a great job running the ball. I think that's something this season we came into, we know we needed to improve on, and like we talked earlier in camp and stuff, that kind of had a chip on our shoulder about how people were kind of knocking our offensive line last season, and for us, it's something that we put the work into, and we're happy to see kind of what has been paying off. And I mean, things have been going well. Like you said, we've been blocking things pretty cleanly, but as always, everything can always be better. So it's us just looking at the little things to nitpick and get better at week in and week out. So that's the main thing at this point in the season is how can you improve and what can you improve?
How much of that improvement would you say is just mindset, and how much would you say is technical things that you guys thought you had to get better at this year?
I think it's both. I think it's mindset. I think it's the technical things that we can get better at. I think Coach Fry's done a great job coming in and kind of teaching us new things that we've kind of took to heart and really improved on. So for us, I think it's a mixture of everything, and I think that shows in our play right now.
Could you give an example of a new thing that he's kind of brought to the table?
I mean, just some of the plays and some of the things that he's done technically. I don't want to give out too much information, but just some of the things that he's able to do with us and that are new and that we kind of bought into and have really been excelling at.
The chip you had on your shoulder, did that make you, I don't know if you can speak for the whole group, but for yourself, make you more receptive to everything he was bringing to the table, new techniques, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think, everything that he's been bringing to the table, I think we've kind of bit into. I think for us, everyone knew that we had to get better, and we didn't want to be a liability on this team. We wanted to make this team run and make this team efficient. So for us, it's just everything that he's brought, we've really taken a big bite into and really try to improve on every day. So I think for us, I don't think there wasn't really the chip on our shoulder kind of led to it, but having a new voice is always good. So for us to kind of biting into what he's bringing to the table.
Harris is not allowed a sack in 2 years since 2020. What's it like playing, having a guy like that on the line that you can just rely on?
Yeah, it's been nice. I think he's been great moving out the left tackle now, and for us, it's just I know at least for CJ, having someone protecting your blind side is probably a nice thing to have. You don't ever got to worry about getting hit in the back of the head. So, yeah.
Luke, you were at the game at Michigan State a couple years ago. Just what do you remember about what that game, what that week was like?
Yeah. I mean, that was during COVID, so it was a lot different. I'm gonna be excited to play in front of fans there for the first time. Last time we were there, I don't think there was anybody actually there. So I don't have great memories there from that year, but I do remember some things. Just kind of going back, and it's going to be fun to play in a hostile environment. I think I'm pretty excited for that, the first one of the year, and kind of be like the bad guy in the arena. It's always nice to kind of be the villain.
Are you able to draw from that experience of playing there, even though it wasn't with fans?
Not really. I think that the fans bring a whole different aspect to the game. I guess I'll know what hotel we're staying at. Besides that, yeah. There really isn't much that I could take from that first experience. Every road game's the same almost. You're enemy and enemy territory, so You kind of got to buckle in, like Coach Mick says. The biggest thing on the road, you got to run the ball, stop the run, and play with toughness. So that's the goal.
You said you don't have great memories from there. Is there a reason why you don't?
Yeah, I scored, but not for our team. So yeah, no, not the greatest of memories, but definitely something that won't happen again.
Well, I don't remember. Was it both the end zone or something like that?
No, I snapped it over Jack Miller's head, and it rolled, for like 30 yards
Okay, all right.
for a safety. So yeah, not the greatest of memories.
Do you remember that Ryan Day was not your coach that day?
Yes, yeah, Coach Johnson was. Yeah, I do remember. Yep, yeah. So a lot of things are different now going back there, to say the least.
Luke, when you get ready to study this game, and you've watched film this week, this is a team that you know is talented, and you know that the personnel there is high level personnel.
Very, yes.
But the results on the field haven't shown that so far. They've struggled quite a bit on both sides lately. When you watch their defense, how are you processing that, knowing the individuals are very talented, but the overall product hasn't worked out the way they were hoping it would?
I mean, for them, I think they've had a lot of transfers and a lot of great players coming in there in the past year. So when you watch the film, you put on a tape and you can see some really great plays and then some plays that maybe didn't go their way. So I try to approach it like every team is, I don't know, the 85 Bears. I mean, that's kind of my mindset, is trying to build them up to be something really great. So when you step on the field and maybe it isn't that way, or some things are even better, some teams are even better, that you're prepared for everything. So for me, it doesn't really, like, I look at the film and like maybe something didn't go their way, oh, that guy just hit a gap, but what if he hits that gap when they play us? So it's just preparing. Like I said, like everyone's the 85 Bears. You got to make sure everyone is the best player you've ever played. That's kind of how I take on this game and how I prepare.